That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Enjoy Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Looking at the like kind of like the little streams and stuff like that where RaKai and Lil Tay flying out Lil Tay. Lil Tay, it's obvious that like she's sheltered. You know what I'm saying? Like she was controlled by her family. I don't even know if she wanted to be famous as a kid. Like I think her parents just like gave her prop money and made her do this entire shtick to become famous, to make money, to make real money for them. And that's just like the character that she got trapped in her entire life. And so we didn't know, or at least I didn't know how controlling it was until the rumors of her life not being, no longer valid and stuff like that. Kind of reports, legitimate reports from TMZ and all came up, and we all reporting on it. And then the next day, find out she not, gone. She's still here. And she said, my parents are controlling my accounts. They're controlling my social media. They're controlling the narrative, everything like that. They're very controlling, manipulative people. Nobody in my family can be trusted. All these things just say she isn't really outside like that. Hasn't been exposed. She's still a kid. Like Lil Tay, like 17 or something like that. So she just hadn't been exposed. RaKai, on the other hand, he just became like famous like in November. It's what, April now? So it's been 4 or 5 months that RaKai's been famous. He's been living more of a normal teen regular life in high school, talking to girls and everything like that. He's got the way that the lines he was using on Tay, that's lines that dudes usually lose, like players and stuff like that. The thing is, I don't know if you could use that with Tay. You have to be gentle with someone like Tay, who just hasn't been exposed to like nothing, bro. She ain't been exposed to much in the public in real life and just regular teenage stuff life of like romantics and relationships. Tay said she never talked to a dude before. She ain't never been in a relationship with the guy. So this whole thing with RaKai was her first kind of exposure to that. And I think RaKai was like, he was way too kind of just kind of crazy with her, to be honest. So yeah, that's my take into going into it. And then yeah, let's see. I'm gonna go to the video.
Do you really want to spend the rest of your life watching ads? Guys,
I won't be
just
watching
download
ads.
RaKai.
Wait, hold on. Y'all know I won't be watching ads no more. If you've been keeping up with the channel, once I get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm getting YouTube Premium, so there'll be no more ads on my videos, on my reactions.
Which is pretty sick. It even
Okay, what's poppin', y'all? Can y'all hear me? Laggy? Is it still laggy? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, what's poppin'? Is it laggy, yes or no? Spam 1 if it's laggy.
It's that hotel Wi-Fi.
Okay, I think it's fine. 1, is it really that laggy? Spam 2 if it's okay, and 1 if it's laggy. All right, it's fine. Okay, y'all can hear me good. You can see me good, everything. Okay. Well, y'all saw the title. I'm not, hold on. Y'all see me better now?
She need to hurry up and start speaking.
Yeah, so I'm not clickbaiting you. I said what is happening to me right now in the title. This is literally the situation. That's what's going on. So I'm in my hotel that I am currently paying for. I'm currently paying for this hotel, and it's because I got kicked out of my hotel room twice on this trip. And It's because RaKai did not care to renew it. I let him know,
Wow.
like, yo, I got kicked out of my hotel. It took fucking forever to
Wow.
get back into a room. And then the second time, I was like, this is just bullshit. I'm paying for my own hotel, and I already paid for my own flight. I'm flying back tomorrow, so I paid for my own flight. Even though RaKai's hosting, he said he would fly me out. He would da 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 da. Like, as a host, you're supposed to accommodate your guest, but none of that fucking happened. So I'm paying for this room right now, and I paid for my flight back. And it's not about the money. It's really not about the money. It's about the respect.
Mm,
And let me tell you right now, I've not been fucking respected.
mm,
I've not been respected on this trip, even before this trip, but especially on this trip, meeting him in person, I've been disrespected
mm.
as fuck. And I know y'all have seen it, because if you watched the stream, which 100,000 people showed up to watch the stream that I did with RaKai, y'all saw the room that he brought me into. Y'all saw me clock him for not cleaning his room, for it smelling like shit. That's why he had to Febreze a spray. Like, he knows it smells like shit, but he didn't put any effort into cleaning it.
Okay, so I'll say this. But before I get too far into it, I'll play probably like the rest of the video, just for the sake if anybody wants to watch it and things of that sort on the channel, or whatever, me reacting to it. But I'm probably not going to say much else after this, because you always have to. I always take the responsibility as an adult of when you're reacting to like younger people stuff. Like, and these are two kids. Like, I think Lil Tay is 17 and RaKai's like 16. So it's like reacting to kids, you always have to be careful with like when you say, oh well, this RaKai did this and Lil Tay did this and Lil Tay. You got to be careful with that because these are kids and you a whole grown donut. You know what I'm saying? A whole grown adult. Um, but I'll say this: one thing that we have to keep an eye on in the content creation era, in the online influencer era, and things of that sort. Tay's dealt with this since she was a kid, since she was like 9 or whatever, the world's youngest flex or whatever. And now with RaKai and streamers, and it's a whole new generation of teenagers and young kids that's going to be getting money. We have to. There has to be some level of parental guidance, parental supervision. You can't just let kids run by themselves and they think they know what they're doing because they think they know more than you. Speed was 16 when he first came out to LA. He came out for the summer. He became a huge star being out with Aiden Ross and them. And then Aiden wanted him to stay in the fall instead of going back to Ohio. And his mom was like, no, we're not doing that. He got to go back to school, finish school. I didn't know Joker was in high school until like he got back to school and he streamed when he was back at school. But that stuff, it was important for him to finish high school because a kid doesn't need to be out there anywhere by himself, unsupervised, no parent supervision. Like, I know there's like little cute segments of Tylil or Kai Sinat checking him. At the end of the day, those kids, those dudes, excuse me, those young men are like 22, 23, 25. Like, Tylil might be 25. Kai for sure is 23. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're young themselves. And I think with this music, I mean, with this new era and stuff like that, you have to make sure that the kids have some type of guidance and parents and adults. Because, like, you know, while it's cool, they all young, turn content houses, doing YouTube, making lots of money, doing Twitch, doing all this stuff. It's great. You have situations like this where it's like this young lady had an unpleasant experience or whatever. And to be honest, a lot of it just seems like RaKai didn't know how to be a good host because How long has RaKai been living by himself? The Mafia Thon was November. He goes out and does it for the month of November. He comes back. He like argues with his mom and he moves out, or he says he moves out like a couple months later. So say like February. RaKai has been living by himself for 3 months now. This is third month living by himself as a 16-year-old. So yeah, he has a guest out. He's not gonna know how to treat her because he doesn't know how to live by himself. So now you have situations like this where it's like people don't have pleasant experiences. Stuff might be traumatic. Like this might be traumatic for Lil Tay, to be honest. Like she can play it off and do, oh, I'm Lil Tay, world's biggest flexer. Like I'm still rich. I'm be good. Regardless, like she might feel humiliated. She might feel embarrassed. She might feel like she wasted her time. All of these things because it's like at the end of the day, Kai's just 16-year-old. Just same way she is 17-year-old. She don't know what to expect. She ain't never talked to a dude. She ain't never been flown out. She ain't never been done that woo woo. It's the same way RaKai's never hosted someone. He never had someone. So I don't know, man. I think that's something that people should be kind of worried about with this of like minors making money on the internet. There still needs to be, there's a reason why there's parent supervision and everything like that. And same thing with the music industry. The same thing with TV and child stars and stuff like that. I don't know how many kids are going the TV route nowadays. Like how many kids are watching TV, but yeah.
To respecting his guest, into getting a proper meal. I don't eat Burger King. Like, I don't eat that shit. Like I said, if you got me like a salad or something, but it's just the disrespect is something that I'm not gonna fucking take. Because again, I told RaKai on stream, also on the phone, because he kept asking me. I was like, yes, I've never been with a boy before. I've never kissed a boy before. I said that on stream, and he's like, oh wait, so I get to be your first kiss? Like, I like, who said that? Like, you think you could treat me like shit and you're entitled to kiss me? Like, when I've never kissed anybody, you're entitled to my company? You're entitled to my respect when you don't respect me? That's not how it fucking works. And if all of y'all had daughters, if you had daughters, you would tell her to let a fucking boy or let anybody treat her like shit? Like, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Also, if it's laggy, let me switch to... Is it laggy, chat? Is it laggy? Hold on. This is so goddamn. Can you see me? Can you see me still? Hold on. I'm trying to switch. I'm going to get off this Wi-Fi and I'm going to switch to hotspot right now. My phone. Yo. No. Now it's connected, but it's not connecting to my phone hotspot.
My wife was murdered. I want to go after Sarah's killers and kill them.
5,000 subs. We getting the what you call?
It's connected to this now. So.
Yeah. But it's not connecting. I tried to connect it to my phone hotspot. Okay. Wait, chat. I don't think it's loading. I don't think I can see what y'all are saying. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Cause I can't see chat now. Okay, I can see y'all. I'm gonna have to read chat off on my phone now because it's not working on my computer. I'm streaming off of. So if y'all didn't know, this is my hotel room that I'm paying for because I got kicked out of the other hotel room twice. I've changed like 2 or 3 hotel rooms now, and this one I'm paying for because RaKai didn't bother to renew it or accommodate his guests properly. I also paid for my flight back, and I'm going back like tomorrow. I'm stranded right now because all the flights for today are gone. I don't have any options. So yeah, I'm paying for my flight back. I already paid for it. My flight back tomorrow. And where did I leave off of? Oh, so basically, it's not a money thing. It's not a money thing. It's basic respect. It's about respect. It's just principle. So if you're not respecting me, like RaKai didn't and hasn't throughout the entire trip by flying me out on Spirit Airlines and making a joke out of it, like laughing about it with his homies as well on stream in front of everybody. Clearly that was done like intentionally, but then he made an excuse on stream. He was like, oh, it's because it was the only flight left. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, well, actually, I did it on purpose because I did it to prove a point. What point? That you're disrespectful and immature? Like, what point? It's just, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And you're not entitled to my respect if you're not respecting me. If y'all were parents, you would teach your daughter to accept disrespect from people, especially a fucking boy? Hell no. Hell no, you wouldn't. Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to think that you're entitled to my company or you're entitled to being my first kiss. No, exactly. No. And, yeah, it's just, some people were like, not a lot of people, but there are some unreasonable ass people who are like, you're ungrateful or da 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 da. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am asking for basic respect. He didn't even verbally respect me. Like, I did not do it. I didn't call him chopped. I didn't da 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 until he started spewing the shit that some trolls in his chat were. Like, what the fuck? I have never disrespected somebody like this, especially as a host. I've hosted people before, and people have hosted me. I know what is reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one kicked you. I got kicked out of the hotel twice. I'm paying for this room. I got kicked out of the hotel twice. Twice. That's a guest? People are saying, respect your host. Respect your fucking guest. Like, that's not a host. That is not a host. So, seriously. Oh, you know what? I might just go live on my phone because if it's lagging, then
All right, bro.
one or two. Phone or to my phone, I'm gonna end this, but
All right, so there it is. That's pretty much what she said. And I mean, the general gist of what she said, I agree with it. It's just something that, RaKai is going to learn through time. But also, I think the bigger kind of thing that we're looking at here is you give a lot of money to teenagers, underage teenagers who haven't graduated high school yet, and they're living on their own. There needs to be some type of supervision there, beyond just, kind of the big bro supervision. Needs to be legit parental, serious supervision to check that stuff. Like, no, you can't be talking like, you know what I'm saying? I think with streaming and content creation culture in general, it rewards shock value, saying crazy things. Like, you got to say the craziest stuff. You got to act the craziest. So you're making jokes at the expense of other people. Example, Charleston White on Club 520, Jeff Teague's podcast, making jokes about the WNBA and women through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the expense of women, making jokes at the expense of women. And they were laughing and stuff like that, but it's just like, why? You know what I'm saying? You have to like kind of make jokes about other people to like thrive a lot and to go viral and to get clipped a certain way. Like, and that's not the way that it should be. I mean, I don't know. Lil Tay definitely isn't like innocent of her entire career and how she came up in her existence and everything like that within the social media space. However, right now what she said is true. And it's a byproduct of streaming culture, internet culture, clip culture, all that stuff kind of into one. And then giving money to 16-year-olds and letting them live unsupervised in the house. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. This was a little bit all over the place. It's the middle of the night. It's 2:50 a.m. Eastern time and 1:50 a.m. Central time at the time that I'm closing this up. Hope that you all take care of yourselves and have a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, great night, and great life. Until next.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Okay, Rashad.